Welcome back to another episode of Gabriel Dropout. Interesting, because, well, how can you not love this cast of misfits? And really, there isn't much to say, is there? Because if you've seen one episode, you probably know what's going on. I don't really think that there's an overarching plotline, so let's just hurry up and get into, well, let's bully Satania. Okay. Starting off with a beach trip so soon. That's kind of the response that I used to give. If there's one trip that I didn't used to enjoy, it was going to the beach. Poor Satania. It starts out early on this one, isn't it? Yeah, it would be odd if she wasn't invited to go, but this is Satania we're talking about. That must be it, Satania. That must be it. All those plans. You couldn't do it anyway, could you? The fact she has to tell herself that it's okay just shows how much disappointment she has been subjected to. Out of all of them, I think Vignay is the only one that might actually invite her. There's no way Raph would, is there? Unless there's some sort of plan in store. Some way to humiliate her. Saying that, the Earth hasn't really been in danger from Gab recently, have they? Or has it? So transparent. Umi. And then a glance backwards. I hope she wasn't trying to be subtle. Stop right there. It's not going to be. There we go. That was to be expected. Having her hopes dashed like that so abruptly. She just wants to rub it in. There we go. See? The only one of them. She almost let the mask slip, didn't she? No. At least no one's actually asked it. I'm pretty sure there's a alteration version of in Japan that I didn't get the translation of. Where did they get this guidebook from? Was it from like a tourist board or? Huh? Was that a hint at other shows and that kind of thing? And how likely is Gabriel actually going to be turning up? Well, yes, but she doesn't take her schooling particularly seriously, does she? I can't feel sorry for her at all. Dolphin. Did they not check the weather before they got on the train? Hmm. Yes, it's the dolphin that's disappointed, not her. And you have someone that can change the weather. Wow, that's not obvious at all. Take the dolphin, the most important member of the party. There is definitely one of them that is, I think, just enjoying themselves a bit too much. Fair enough. Hang on, she gave her the idea? Did she completely. Yep. Did Satania bring a change of clothes? That has happened to people I know, so I can see that being a thing. Hey, it's Satania. Rest in peace. Of course. Not really deviating from her usual plan. Hard to disagree with that one. But we've seen they have beaches in hell. I'm guessing they're activities aren't too different, apart from surviving. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest immediately trying to surf. Splat. Mm-hmm. That's seawater for you. Fair enough. I mean, not many people actually do the proper sculpting of the sand. They just use, the pre-made buckets, but I don't think any of them really have the patience for this. Oh dear, how's she gonna make everything more interesting for them? When she asks Satania for assistance, you know she's got something horrid planned. Easy. The fact that none of them realised that she had a bat with her. Of course, that would get her out of the shade. It's not looking good. Hey, that's the same kind of face Tanya would pull, isn't it? For God's sake. Yeah, why are you allowing this to continue? Is that a proper bat? I'd say yes. Well, both Satanias are dead now, aren't they? Nice one. You're throwing wildlife at her now, are you? Jellyfish. Well, the wildlife does seem rather abundant right there, doesn't it? They're burying her. Kind of. It's warm. You can't really move. If this is Satania, it's not going to be great, but I was expecting worse. Fair enough. Surprising that they were so kind to Satania. Whenever the dog appears, you... I was about to say, I hope that's not... That's a very well-trained dog that they got that all planned. Yeah, everyone kind of saw that. Oh. Unfortunately, that's less of an insult, isn't it? She needs to drop the bravado, doesn't she? Sometimes. Wasn't so bad. Socialising can have its upsides. Difficult to say that line without grimacing, but... It's a very dysfunctional friend group, isn't it? It's more due to circumstance than actually any real reason that they're together. I mean, I'd like to say that things would or were different, but there were members of the friend group that were kind of the butt of the joke, and they were kind of treated similar, not as much physical danger, not as they weren't in as much physical danger as Satania, but they were treated somewhat similar. I think they're alright. I haven't really spoken to them in 15 years, but... Nice. I was going to say that it was a bit... It was over a bit quick. And of course, why would you ever think that Gab would do her homework? I can say I probably did about 60% of mine. The rest I just didn't care. And did you expect that she'd try and scalp off of your work? Well, she's more likely to have actually done it, so why does she need to come around? Unless Satania's not going to have done hers. She's proud of the fact that she didn't do her homework. There we go. Don't let her teach. It's the Bible. Oh, okay. Close enough. Oh, Vinny is actually good at teaching. What? What? Oh, and the fact that she doesn't even remember. Yep, it's entirely her fault. Hmm. And what? You ran into Gabriel and... This is before she found video games, of course. It must be quite the sight to see how far she's fallen. Who is that? I like how even in just telling through a story, Satania had to interrupt me. Hang on a second. Is she proud of the state she's in now? And so is Gabriel, and that's kind of how it's like the general introduction. I'm trying to figure out what the terrible thing that occurred was. Oh god. We're not going to get anywhere in the story if you're going to keep interrupting. True. To be fair, if I think of myself from a year ago, no, I was still stupid. Haven't really come too far. I wonder what Vignet's place in Demon School was, considering that even, what was it, like a day or two on the human world, and she's like this. Why are you all flustered? Oh my god, are you asking for friends? Would you be my friend? And Satania interrupting? Oh, no, okay. I think Satania's going to be the traumatized one more than Vignet at this point. Where is she, by the way? Mm-hmm. So you're not even gonna... Yeah, so you're not gonna tell us this... Oh, she went to bed. So we're gonna have to wait until next time, maybe, to hear what actually happened. That's a good way to get her to study. I think we've found Satania's muse, haven't we? And that was quick. And of course, Gabriel was taking full advantage of the fact that there's a bed there. Not really surprising. Anyway, that was... Well, there's not really anything to it, was there? There's just a lot. Poor Satania to the power of 4, maybe? She doesn't really help herself a lot of the time. And Gabriel being so dysfunctional compared to, how she started makes you think, how much of it was just down to the societal pressure of heaven to succeed and be nice. To be fair, that's not particularly bad, in my opinion. Sometimes just be nice isn't isn't such a bad ideal to have. It's nice seeing that some people have certain privileges, such as R.I.P being able to change the weather by calling in a few favours. I wonder if we're going to see much more of that, and in what shapes it will take. Slice of lives aren't exactly... They wouldn't be like my top pick of genres to choose, but, you know, I don't hate them. They're pretty good. Because you can just watch it, turn off your brain a little, and just enjoy the ride. Get a few of those little moments, and done. To be fair, I try not to hate anything I watch, because what's the point of watching something that you hate? Then again, if you've reached this far into the video, you should be enjoying it. Please enjoy it. And if you are, let me know. A great way to help me and the channel itself is to like the video and comment down below. And of course, you should know by now that there are some videos here which would be, you know, recommended for you, or more anything you might have missed. If that is the case, click them. But in the meantime, get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one.